Meghan Markle threw tantrum after Queen Elizabeth honors Donald Trump with invite. Queen Elizabeth II is honoring President Donald Trump with a big invite for an extremely patriotic occasion. Many in the media were shocked, but they weren't as snubbed and distressed as Trump hater Meghan Markle. The former D-list actress has gotten on the wrong side of Her Majesty after she was just caught in another baby scandal which is rocking the summer Brits. Now, Trump is going to rain on her parade. You'll love this. Meghan Markle has been very vocal about her hatred of President Donald Trump. The former Suits star called him a misogynist and advised Americans to vote for Hillary Clinton. According to palace sources, Markle remains very antagonistic toward Trump, calling him names like syphilis. And she hasn't won over the most powerful woman in Britain, her husband's grandmother Queen Elizabeth II. From day one, the American leftist rubbed the monarch the wrong way. She refused to stop pandering to the leftist media and has constantly been caught leaking her own ridiculous propaganda. And President Trump was watching. In fact, the president rightly snubbed the Americans' wedding without issuing any type of statement. However, when the Queen's granddaughter, Princess Eugenie, got married, Trump graciously tweeted this out to his 59 million followers. Princess Eugenie of York was a truly beautiful bride yesterday. She has been through so much and has come out a total winner. Those who know Meghan know she was out of her mind with jealousy. Trump acknowledged Eugenie to his almost 60 million followers. Meghan threw a tantrum and called Trump worse than Hitler, a palace source told Mad World News. Well, the American grifter is digging herself in deeper, and the latest baby scandal caused the Queen's advisors to go ahead with issuing President Trump an invite to an official state visit to help celebrate the 75th anniversary of D-Day on June 6. Meghan's pregnancy has been shrouded in mystery and scandal. Many still claim her changing baby bump proves she is using a surrogate and wearing a moon bump. Then, the charlatan Duchess leaked to the press she would be raising the child gender fluid and vegan. But what really upset the Queen was this latest scandal, where she is refusing to use the best OB-GYN doctors in Britain because they are Her Majesty's. Meghan Markle has rejected the Queen's doctors for her baby's birth, Radar Online reports. The former American actress wants her own team to deliver her first child with Prince Harry, according to reports. The Duchess of Sussex has appointed her own delivery team led by a female doctor. Sources claim that she does not want men in suits delivering her child. However, according to protocol, the Queen's doctors cannot be completely excluded from the delivery, Radar Online concludes. Making matter worse in the eyes of the summer Brits is the Queen's team of doctors are free. Meghan's team will not be free and will, in fact, be charging the Commonwealth a pretty penny, which is something the 37-year-old Duchess of Essex knows all about. According to 2018 documentary Harry and Meghan, The First 100 Days, Meghan's outfits during the Ireland trip did not go down very well with the public after they learned how much they cost. Royal correspondent Dickie Arbiter said Meghan wore £28,000 $36,000 worth of clothes in the 48-hour visit to Ireland. They are going to have to rein in on the extravagance. If it is good enough for the Queen to recycle clothes, then it must be good enough for Meghan. And now President Trump is coming to rain on poor Meghan's parade. The US president will be received with much fanfare as the official representative of Britain's biggest ally in the world. When they celebrate the 75th anniversary of D-Day, which was a joint effort by American forces and our allies. He will no doubt sit with the Queen, walk with the Queen, and if Meghan dares to show herself, well, she will be relegated to the back. With it coming so close to the birth of her baby at the end of April or beginning of May, she got visibly upset when her own advisors told her she might want to sit this one out. According to a palace source, Meghan's already shown her distress over the Trump invite, screaming at Harry, "He's a sick man and a woman hater, a real chauvinist pig. He'd rather see the world destroyed by climate change than lose any American jobs or money. I won't show him any respect at all." Well, she might not have to worry her little head about such things. The Queen isn't interested in causing an international scene, so the Trump hater may be scrapped from the festivities, say palace sources close to Her Majesty. That would be a win-win for both Brits and Americans who love their countries and are looking forward to honoring the fallen veterans of World War II and D-Day, minus Meghan's drama. It's ironic that many of the leftist values Meghan screams about are also the same fascists' values the Nazis embraced. Killing babies after a botched abortion is something straight out of Nazi Germany. Climate change, which at its heart is all about limiting the Earth's population, is another Nazi endeavor. With all that in mind, it's apropos if the rabid leftist Markle stays home as Her Majesty and President Trump celebrate the D-Day invasion, which was the final blow to defeating Nazi Germany and Adolf Hitler.
What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment box below and don't forget to subscribe to get instant news updates.
Meghan's in hot water. Queen ditches her and warmly welcomes Trump to Windsor. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is in hot water after she embarrassed the Queen during President Donald Trump's first state visit. It seems Meghan can't stop speaking out about her sick political views, and the Queen rightly ditched the American actress in favor of warmly welcoming the first couple to Windsor Castle. Now, Meghan looks like a fool as Trump's successful visit is marked by making the Queen laugh. Well, the big meeting between Queen Elizabeth II and President Trump has happened at Windsor Castle, and leftists were so disappointed when the monarch warmly welcomed the president and First Lady with big smiles. Absent was the one American in the royal family, Meghan Markle. The Queen, who is a devout Christian, was just rocked by Prince Harry's new bride, who embarrassed the monarch while she visited Ireland 2 days ago. Ireland is a heavily Catholic country with over 78% of the population identifying as Roman Catholic. So, when Meghan Markle, as the Duchess of Sussex, cozied up to a pro-abortion Irish politician and allowed a tweet to go out confirming her approval of making abortion the law of the land in Ireland, the Queen was extremely pissed off, especially since this came only hours before Trump was to meet Her Majesty at Windsor Castle. Senator Catherine Noone, an Irish politician who also chaired the parliamentary committee that recommended repealing the Eighth Amendment prohibiting abortion, posted a photo of herself on her social media platforms, chatting with Meghan, as was reported by The Sun. The caption read, "A pleasure to meet Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex at the British ambassador's residence this evening. The Duchess and I had a chat about the recent referendum result pro-abort legislation. She watched with interest and was pleased to see the result." The original tweet, shown in the screenshot above, was taken down after Buckingham Palace scolded Meghan, telling her the Queen is deeply distressed by it. So, it was no surprise that, even though Meghan is an American, the monarch can't trust her when it comes to state matters like hosting the leader of the free world and his wife for tea. Putting that ugliness behind her, Queen Elizabeth was glowing, wearing a lovely Easter egg blue pastel coat and matching hat, as she warmly smiled while grasping President Trump's hand. As the President and First Lady approached Her Majesty, the Queen quickly put them at ease by immediately offering her hand and doing away with a formal curtsy or bow, which would be required if she did not put her hand out. Melania was all smiles too, as the Queen turned to her and shook her hand, while President Trump said something to make them laugh. It was genuinely a touching moment. When the Queen wants to impress, she hosts guests at Windsor Castle, not Buckingham Palace. Of course, the mainstream American media have no clue about this, but if you turn to stories from the past, the Queen has picked Windsor for special guests she wants to impress, like former First Lady Jackie Kennedy. Then, there's everything the British monarch and President Trump have in common. Royal biographer John Hardman said, "They actually have quite a lot in common. They both got Scottish mothers, they both own fairly large parts of Scotland, in her case Balmoral, in his case 2 golf courses, and she's used to dealing with the most appalling despots, monsters, crooks, dictators. I think they're going to get on great." The fake news media was out in force, just waiting to find something wrong with Trump's royal visit. All they could come up with was a pack of lies. Trump was scheduled to arrive at Windsor Castle at 5 p.m. local time, and he did. But the leftist media claimed he was late and kept the Queen waiting, since Her Majesty arrived on the grounds 15 minutes beforehand. Although we were not privy to the details of their private tea, we can shed light on what the Queen was tasked with when meeting President Trump. It's true the British monarch is supposed to stay out of politics, but at times of trouble, the government often turns to the Queen to smooth over some hot political potato. Right now, it's Brexit and Trump. The Brits need the United States for solid trade deals in light of their exit from the European Union, and you can bet the Queen offered her support for the continued robust trade between the UK and America. I'm sure the president also brought up his late mother, Mary Ann MacLeod Trump, who was born a British citizen in Scotland. In fact, meeting the Queen was something his mother would have seen as one of the highlights of anyone's life. Mary Jo Jacoby, a former aide to President Ronald Reagan, said, Trump has already won. He is meeting with the Queen, and his lifelong wish has been meeting with Her Majesty, so from his personal perspective, it is a win already. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump left Windsor Castle after a very successful first trip to the United Kingdom. Despite the leftist mob protesting the president in London and Meghan Markle causing an uproar, there was no doubt the Queen ensured the first couple left happy. The monarch rolled out the red carpet and honored President Trump with all the pomp and circumstance fit for a.
What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment box below and don't forget to subscribe to get instant news updates.